Well, hello everybody and welcome. It's Bug Eater 64 here, and we're going to be doing another flight. But before we do that, I just wanted to say, as the title said, goodbye old friend, hello new friend. And this is my all-time favorite aircraft to fly in X-Plane, and that is the PMDG DC-6, pictured here. And unfortunately, since X-Plane 11.36, I have not been able to fly this bird. The updates and so on broke the aircraft. She does not fly, today we're flying in Beta 8. That's X-Plane 11.40 Beta 8. And it's just a sad day. I love this airplane. It's very got a warm fuzzy place in my heart for it because I had an uncle who's primarily responsible for getting me interested in aviation as a young boy, that actually helped design and build this aircraft back in the 1940s. So a great airplane, old, just good range, 4 radial engines that had 18 cylinders each, put out 2,500 horsepower, and it's old steam gauges, and just a great old lady, and I'm gonna miss her a lot. I'm glad I've got the pictures I took of some of my flights, and my flights of the DC-6 are available in my YouTube library of videos, and if you're interested. This was the aircraft that I used way back when I did a round the world tour, I did that tour flying the DC-6. So we're going to say goodbye to the old. I wish PMDG had given her some love and support. She's the only aircraft that PMDG ever developed for X-Plane, and they never gave it the proper support or love, and never did any real updates to speak of to keep her flying. And it's just a sad day indeed. When I load it up now, she loads up beautifully. You can look and see the cockpit and all the gauges and so on. But the way we got around some of the old problems when they got into X-Plane 11, because she was originally designed for X-Plane 10, was to go into our plugins manager once we loaded up the aircraft in X-Plane, and we would actually go in to the plugin admin, and there was a block there as you scrolled through that said DC-6. You click on that and she worked perfectly, flew great, but no more. So we say goodbye to the old lady, and let's look at what we're going to be flying today. And here she is, the Nimbus HUEY UH-1. This is what we're going to fly on today's mission. It's interesting because today's flight, we'll show you here, we're going from Bowers, Ellensburg, Washington to Chiloquin State. I'm sure I'm pronouncing that wrong. Chiloquin, Oregon. And as you see, it's a 274-mile flight. That is slightly beyond the range of this aircraft. She's maxed out 220 gallons of fuel, and the range with that is just over 200 miles, but it's not enough to get us where we're going. So what we're going to do is, about halfway down here, we're going to stop at Madras and refuel, and then finish our flight down to our destination of Chiloquin State. So that's what we're going to do. So with that, let's go ahead and get started. Alrighty? here we go. Inside the cockpit. Now the one thing, let me go ahead and, this is already set. Turn on the battery. And you see I've got the Garmin 750 here. And let's see, let's go to menu, look at the catalog. Here we go. I already set up the flight plan. So here we go to S33. It's 144 miles, and then after that we got to refuel, and we got another 120. I think it's 100. I can't see it. Too early in the morning. Anyway, but then we're going to refuel. Got another 120 some odd miles to our destination. So now, this aircraft does not have a autopilot, but as I've shown in the, we've got a co-pilot here, and if I let him take control, he will fly whatever heading I put in here. So with that, our first heading should be 176. Okay, so what I do is I go down here, and that's going to be pretty close. All right. With that, let's go ahead and double check our throttles. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and, come on. Alrighty. So let's see. And we get anti-collision lights on. That's in start. That's set. That's set. Let's see if she'll start. Okay, we got a good start. Let's go ahead and bring the RPMs up. Gone through the low RPM rate. Okay, so let's go ahead and log in. Oh, okay. Let's go with UH-1 Huey. Doesn't like my alias. No, alright. Try that. Still nothing. Okay, so let's try this one. Bell. Oops. Well, son of a gun. So it's not liking that. So what we're going to have to do is we'll go up here. Aha. Try this one. That's not going to let me do that. Okay, so what we're looking at is Bell UH-1C. Didn't like that? Okay. Let's look at my flight. Oh, okay. Let's try this. Bingo. Okay, we got the right alias. Now it's happy. Alrighty. So, we can get out of here. See if I can take off without breaking this thing. Here we go. Gain some altitude. And get going here. some altitude so we can get over the hills. What's that forced trim? Okay. So let's do this, see how this works. Okay, so alright, so far we're getting there pretty good. Don't need to look at the old man. Now, the question is, okay, we're doing about 105 knots. The actual cruising speed for this helicopter is about 90, but we're within the acceptable. Doing 108 knots according to the Garmin GTN 750, and our actual heading is 179. We should be on 176. So let's take a look here. Alrighty, well, what have we got here? Well, we're moving at 109 knots. We've got 9 miles till we get to Madras Municipal Airport, and let's take a look at something here. We have plenty of fuel. So what I'm thinking is I'm going to push it. We're not going to land here. We're just going to go ahead and keep on moving to our next destination. And we'll see how that works out. If not, I may have to make an emergency landing, before we get there. But there's plenty of airports that I can divert to. And we'll just go ahead and see how things go. Will I be proven right? Or is this a huge error in judgment? Only time will tell. Let's enjoy the ship and the ride and hope for the best. Okay. Let's see how things go. Right now we're sitting at about 5,100 feet, and that gets us over most of the mountains or hills in the area. But there's some off in the distance. I can see some pretty tall ones, but I don't think they're going to be an issue. But we're going to make some changes to our heading here. We're a little bit left of Midra, so four miles to go, and that's her right there. We won't be landing there. Like I said, I've got plenty of fuel by the looks of it. We might be cutting it close, but we'll see. Probably would have been a very smart move to land here and go ahead and refuel, but I'm feeling a little bit froggy today, and I'm gonna jump. So we can wave to the airport as we fly over it. pick up our new heading. It's probably going to be about 180. So down here and take a look. Okay, looks like we're on course. A little bit windy today, so we're kind of bouncing around. But we're on course, doing 109 knots. As far as I can tell, we've got about half a tank of fuel. So let's see if we can go the next 127 miles on the fuel we have left. Should be fun. It'll definitely be interesting. Alright. With that, we will see you on the other side when we get close to landing. Whether we're at our destination or if I'm making a pit stop. Alright. See you soon. Alrighty, well, we've got about 10.5 miles to our final destination. So far everything's going well, and we've got, looks like we're going to make it with fuel to spare. So that's a good thing. We weren't supposed to be able to fly this far with this aircraft on one tank of fuel, but we've done it, so very pleased with that. The airfield we're coming into is just over 4,200 feet above sea level, so that's why we're up here playing in the hills and the clouds. Hoping that these clouds aren't hanging over the airport, but we will see very shortly. looks like we're okay. Okay, 6 miles to go. And the airport's right next to the lake. It should pretty much be dead ahead of us. Five miles. Okay, co-pilot, I'll take it from here. Almost overspeeded things a bit there. Let's see, 2.9 miles. Let's see what we got here. There it is. Go ahead and start slowing her down and lose some altitude. Yellow Queen. She's being unruly. Alright. Settle down. Shoot. Well, that was a little more interesting than I expected. Alright, let's go ahead and run down the RPMs, but we landed safe where we're supposed to be. Yep, I got you. Low RPM warning. And we had 200 pounds of fuel left. So, all right. Go ahead and finish the flight. Very good. Since we had 32 gallons of fuel on board. Okay. Excellent. Alrighty, well, we've landed safely and we're at our location. And let's see. We got completed the FSC flight, so let me look at my log here. Whoops. Okay, be that way. It kicked me out. I want my log. Alright, so we made $5,800 plus for that little flight. Not too shabby. Let's see. Started out $8,100. Rental cost. Yeah, okay. Yeah, it's $260 per hour. And I had it for 2.42 hours, so $704. Okay. Ground crew fees. Fuel. Yeah. So deduct $5,800. Okay. I'll accept that. Anyway, great little flight. Everything went extremely well. And you can see using the GTN 750 is possible in the helicopter. It doesn't have an autopilot per se, but we can always use our co-pilot to do most of the flying for us, and we just adjust our heading. So let's see. Let's go ahead and take a look here. Need to add oil, need service. So on that one flight, this shows the maintenance that's going to have to be done before, realistically, for our next flight. So yeah, we got a couple things. Battery condition needs to be serviced, oil level. So a lot of yellow and a couple reds. So that's not good. We'll get those taken care of before our next flight. And with that, speaking of that, hope you enjoyed the flight. Sure enjoyed having you along. Like very much. This is a great little, great helicopter done by Nimbus. They really outdid themselves. Needs some minor tweaks and so on. That's true. But for the first time out the gate, first version from them, did an excellent job. Flies great. She handles really good, and basically I am very proud to have her in my hangar. And those rotor heads, I'm sure would enjoy it too. It's a great little helicopter. So with that, this is Bug Eater 64. Again, glad you came along. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did enjoy it, click the like button. If you didn't like it, I'm sorry, but go ahead and click that don't like button. And also leave some comments. I've had some great comments from both subscribers and people that just watched the video. And I appreciate all the input. It's been very constructive, very helpful, and I think it's made me a better flight simmer. And I really appreciate that. So until next time, hope y'all have a great week. And as always, from Bug Eater 64 to you, safe flying.